Assalamualaikum and good evening to Madam and also to my classmate. My name is Anur Aina binti Muhammad Kamrul Zaman. My metric number is PC22063. Today, we will do a presentation of the group assignment, Industrial Psychology, which is post-COVID-19 effect to student behavior among UMP students. The first chapter is chapter 1, which is the introduction. As we know, the virus of COVID-19 was detected in China December 2019. The cause of this outbreak is a new virus known as the Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome, coronavirus 2. On February 12, 2020, WHO officially named the virus as COVID-19. It has left many negative impacts to every individual, such as stress, fear, and frustration. This problem has caused teaching and learning method, impact student attitude and academic achievement. Traditional classes has been replaced by online classes. From this case too, majority of university students have faced tight restriction. Next, we go to background of study, which is the dependent variable. As much as 87% public school reported that COVID-19 pandemic has negatively impacted students' socio-emotional development. Now, in the middle of pandemic, everything has changed, and that's why everyone are still adjusting their life. Situation do not only student, but everyone.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Mawada binti Abdul Kani, metric number PC22048. Today I want to talk about problem statement. Student behavior in digital environments. According to Japan, the COVID-19 epidemic caused unforeseen change in student behavior from a discipline standpoint. Discipline-related incidents overall reduced among UMP students. Hacking into virtual classroom, sending offensive messages to students and teachers, and cyberbullying were examples of frequent disruptive behavior. As students battle with high levels of stress, isolation, unmet basic requirements such as access to food and trauma, Japan anticipated that these problems will persist in the new academic years. 2.0 Introduction. Infection and deaths increased. More than 6 million people have died because of the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, which is the cause of the coronavirus disease 219. This had devastating impact on the world's demographic. SARS-CoV-2 spread quickly throughout the world when the first instances of this primarily respiratory viral illness were initially recorded in Wuhan, Hubei Province, China in late December 2019. As the result, the World Health Organization (WHO) was forced to declare it a worldwide pandemic on March 11, 2020. SARS-CoV-2, like other RNA virus, is susceptible to genetic evolution with the emergence of mutations over time, resulting in mutant forms that may have distinct properties from its ancestral strains.
My name is Nur Hazani binti Abdul Razak. My metric number is PC22052. I will present about research objective. Research objective is to identify the effect of COVID-19 to student behavior among UMP students. The effect of behavior and food intake. Identify physical activities that done and help during the pandemic. Identify online learning, improve knowledge in technology. And to study the relationship between sleep quality and time during COVID.
Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Nur Akila binti Muhammad Aris, metric number PC22049. I will present about 1.4 research hypothesis. The statement about the relationship between independent variables and dependent variables that we set out to prove or disprove in our research study. Hypothesis 1. The movement control orders set by the government will be linked to affecting the physical health of students. Hypothesis 2. Staying at home during MCO period will be linked to the level of disturbed mental health of students. Hypothesis 3. Online learning will be associated with increasing students' knowledge in the field of technology. Hypothesis 4. The long duration of online learning will be associated with affecting the level of student performance. Hypothesis 5. The potential for the rapid spread of COVID-19 will be linked to increasing students' awareness of cleanliness.
For the research limitation, the researcher limited this study so that the finding of the study were among student UMP only. The researcher limited the research material to analyzing the effect of COVID on student behavior.
The next topic is about 2.2, definition of student behavior. Student behavior is that effective training requires a clear definition of conduct. The success of the learning process is increased when behavior can be defined. In most cases, what someone does is called their behavior. What a person does that can be seen and measured is considered behavior. It is normal practice to characterize conduct by noting the acts that the person has demonstrated or that the teacher determines the student should start exhibiting. Usually, discussing the motivation behind a behavior does not describe it. Understanding a person's purpose, thought, or emotion behind doing anything does not determine their behavior. An objective quantifiable phrase is created to define conduct. As an illustration, if a parent wants to teach their child to be more respectful, they should not characterize the desired behavior as my child will be more respectful, because respect is not something that can be seen. The impact of COVID-19 that we found in our research towards student behavior is poor health. The COVID-19 pandemic caused students' behavior to become negative in terms of health. In this regard, one of the things that caused changes in student behavior is that during the pandemic season, students often eat less balanced food such as fast food and caffeine. This can indirectly cause students to be at risk of obesity at a young age and at the same time can cause the emergence of other diseases. In addition, the pandemic season also reduced and makes the physical activities that students often do become limited. This is said because the government's restriction, namely the Movement Control Order or MCO, have caused physical activities such as sports or social activities become limited. Furthermore, the COVID-19 pandemic has also caused the amount of time spent in front of the screen to increase. This is because during pandemic season, the education system is conducted online and students are required to use the latest technologies such as phones and laptops as platform to access online learning. This situation has caused students to be exposed to laptop or phone screen for a long period of time and at the same time can affect the student's vision such as can cause nearsightedness. Next, the COVID-19 pandemic affects the quality and time of sleep becoming irregular. In this context, when students participate in online learning, this of course involves students in completing assignments given by their lecturers. This is because when they get the task that has been given, of course they will complete it before the set date and the students will complete it beyond their sleep time, and this method is inadvertently interfered with the quality and sleep time of the student. As a result, students will feel tired and sleepy the next day, especially when in an online class. Lastly, the impact of the COVID-19 on student behavior is affecting physical fitness. In this case, when being at home without doing physical activity can cause the students' physical fitness to decrease. This is because when they eat an unbalanced diet and do not get enough sleep, it can affect the physical fitness of students. Such as school and peer groups can also encourage healthy coping behaviors, such as walking, reducing screen time, and meditation can create conversation around wellness to support mental and emotional health among students. Apart from providing social and emotional support to students under study pressure during the pandemic, this recommendation can be implemented to prevent the formation of unhealthy behavior patterns.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anish Fabiazan Shah, PC 22047, and I'm going to talk about mental health. COVID-19 has affected students' mental health as well as students' behavior. Next, these are the students' behavior affected by COVID-19, which is a bad academic performance. Mental illness can have an effect on students' motivation, attentiveness, and social relationship, all of which are important factors in their academic success. Next is financial difficulties. Financial can harm students' health due to prevalence of financial issues among students. According to a study in Rebellion, 24.30% who had contracted COVID-19 all has significantly higher level of depression, anxiety, and distress. Financial stress has been linked to an increased rates of students suffering from interpersonal difficulties, depression, and anxiety. For campus relocation, students are asked to leave campus on short notice. We are forced to leave campus housing and organize their study schedules, which can affect students' mental health.
Next, for the knowledge in technology. First, explain the use of information and communication technology by students both with and without learning disabilities in university. Second, this include their access to information and communication technology (ICT) resource such as broadband, internet, computer, or tablet. Technology-related issue also pose challenge to student motivation to learn and to their academic performance. During online class also improve students' skill in use new platforms such as Google Form, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and others.